in the ever-strong name of Jesus. You could look in heaven, on earth, and under the earth, and you will never find a name that's stronger. Are you with me? Praise God. If you have the inspired record, turn with me to Acts chapter 2. And then maybe you can keep in mind Isaiah 30. Isaiah 40, sorry, and verse 31. But Acts chapter 2, from verse 1 to 6. Before I even venture to read the scripture, I want to say how appreciative I am to the continual prayer that is going up in the church. There has been a spontaneous movement of prayer that is sweeping amongst the youth, for which I am excited. Are you excited too? Amen. And the person who first came in, the idea started with, was Sister Corana. And she's here this morning. I'm just going to talk with her for a little bit. I'm just going to ask her 2 questions quickly before I preach. Sister Corana, just come quickly. Give her a good God bless you as she comes, please. Just come across here. Yes. Good morning, Sister Karen. How are you doing?
Fine.
Okay. Now you came into the assembly and you started praying, and that was about 2 weeks ago. Tell us, what made you want to pray? What made you want to pray?
I come inside church on Ashika Tuesday evening, and I began to pray. Ashika began to pray and pray.
But what made you? What made you want to pray? What prompted you to pray?
Well, I see the Lord of God moving so much in my life, and when the first time I come to pray, something just made me want to just come, because I was so glad. I was so happy what the Lord done in my life. My life was like turned around. It was a different current.
Okay. So what has been, you've been praying with the others in the group, and you've been praying for the past 2 weeks, and sometimes you've been going all night. Okay? What changes have you noticed in your life since you have begun to pray?
I was not so brave to come up here and like give a testimony. And I'm brave, and I could say that I'm changed, because I used to be so disobedient, and God changed me of that. And I just want to say God has been truly, truly good to me. He has been really good to me, and he changed me a lot. He really, really changed me.
Okay, one thing you said to me some time ago is you were praying all night, and this is a very exhausting experience. And you said that the more you pray, the more you pray, if I get your words correctly, and you seem not to be feeling tired at all. Tell us about that.
Yeah, when I pray, I feel like I could go on. If I pray all night, I feel like I go on to the other night and the other night. I just feel like I just could go on. Just like I'm not weary. Sometimes I feel sleepy, but you know, you just feel like I just feel like to go on and praise God forever until He comes. Just feel like to go on. I just get this zeal, you know, just to pray, because I'm so in love with God. I'm so in love with Him. I just want to give Him praise.
One final question. What do you want the Lord? What do you want the Lord to? I know you've been praying and God has been touching you, but what do you want the Lord to do with your life? If you can give us a quick answer to that. What do you want the Lord? How do you want the Lord to use you? Is there any particular way? What do you really want the Lord to do in your life as you pray?
I want the Lord to use me, like give me to touch people, you know, for Him to use me to touch people. When they are dead, they rise. When they are blind, they see. I want God to use me in that way. I want to go out and witness to other people and bring them and let God save them.
Thank you very much. She's done well. Give her a good audience. Yeah. Praise God. We want to thank God for what He's doing, and as I said, I remember on it was Wednesday, I came home from work, and the youths were down here, and they were praying, they were praising, and I could tell it really sounded like heaven. I walked up onto the steps to go into the manse, and I felt goosebumps coming up on my goosebumps. And I said, God, go ahead. Let it flow. Amen. And I'm really excited as to what is happening amongst the youths. There are some older, I don't know if that's a term, but there's some other believers who are sort of in with them and steering them along. People like Sister Garden and Sister Reed. We want to thank God for them. Give them a good God bless you as well. And Father, we just thank you for what you're doing. And we just ask that you would have your way and bring it to the fullest potential that it can come to. However, Acts chapter 2, verse 1 to 6, if you would read with me. And when the day of Pentecost was fully come, they were all with one accord in one place. And suddenly there came a sound from heaven, as of a rushing mighty wind, and it filled all the house where they were sitting. The evidence of speaking in other tongues, but what I would attempt to show is that something happened when people wait upon God. Are you with me? Yes. And that changes take place in people's life when the Spirit of God comes upon them. Do I have a witness? Yes. Now, the first meeting that you would hear of the disciples of Jesus Christ after he ascended to heaven was a prayer meeting. That's the first meeting they had. And they were praying for 10 long days until they came to the day of Pentecost, during which something very spectacular happened. It is from that day and from that incident that we as a people derive our names. We are called the Pentecostal Assemblies of the West Indies, or you hear of the Pentecostal Assemblies of Canada.